Hey everybody, James Yeager with Tactical Response. Thanks for watching. Well, I put the family Bugout bag video up and had a lot of good comments and some silly ones, but as I expect always. But I want to thank you guys for double checking me, and a couple of these that I would have smacked myself right in the face for right off the bat. The contractor trash bags and the shamags. I got that stuff. And they go in all my Bugout bags and stuff. And so somehow, as I'm jamming this thing together, I just overlooked those. So thank you for reminding me. I'm sure I would have gotten to it, but how long would it have taken? Because I'm going to go out and do a Bugout with my bag, and and just make sure all this stuff kind of works together and all that stuff. And I would have found it then, if not sooner. But thank you guys for that head start. So thank you. A lot of people watched that video. Probably a half a dozen people said you need something for water purification. I talked in the video about a single wall stainless steel can that we could boil water in, and I had a life straw. I showed a life straw, and I don't know, several people missed those two things. A lot of people mentioned purification tabs, and while I'm not against purification tabs, they expire, and I'm trying to do stuff that doesn't expire. One thing I mentioned in the video, maybe you didn't catch, all that stuff that takes batteries, I've got all lithium batteries. I got a case of AAA and AA lithium batteries. So lithium batteries are going in all those things for two reasons: because the lithium battery after 10 years still has 70%, at least 70% of its charge left after 10 years of storage, and they don't leak. They won't damage like the radio. I won't pull that radio out and there's corrosion all over it with a ruined radio. So it's two reasons why you should use lithium batteries and life-saving equipment. If I've glossed over that, that is going to happen as these kits get put into use, and I'm 95% there. A lot of people ask, where did you get this or where did you get that? And I posted the link right into the video. I said in the video, there's a link under the video. I'm telling you right now, go ahead and open the link. Keep watching the video, listening. Or go ahead and open that link, and then it'll be there when you get done watching the video. The Paracord joke. So this string goes into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve your kind in here." The string walks back outside and kind of messes his hair up. And he walks back in. It's like, "Hey, I told you we don't serve your kind in here." So he goes out and he rolls around some more and he ties himself in a knot and he goes walking back in there. The bartender goes, "Hey, are you that string that was just in here?" And he goes, "I'm afraid not." The Mora, Swedish, not Finnish. Sorry, I'm an American. We don't know geography. Unless we fought a war there, we don't know where it's at. On the good side, a lot of guys reminded me of the contract bags and shamags. Some guys recommended artificial tinder, the old cotton ball and the Vaseline trick. Make sure if you do that, it's real cotton, not the synthetic cotton that you find a lot of times now. It doesn't work nearly as well. Somebody mentioned to drill a hole in the Mora for a lanyard. That was a good one. Another guy mentioned putting a cord on the sheath to go around the handle to hold in on. I would use some shot cord or something for that. So I'll look into that. That's remember, everything you're saying I got to do 12 times. So trying to find the most efficient way to get it done. I'm not being lazy. I'm just trying to be efficient. Several people mentioned the plain old Bic lighter, keeping it from getting depressed and the fluid running out, the gas running out, which was great. Of course, pill bottle, some kind of bottle put in. That was a good idea. A zip tie around it can do that. Can keep that button from being pushed down, but I worry about getting it off. Even a rubber band can be put around it for that purpose. And then tape, like putting the duct tape around that as a way to store the tape and have a fire starter, etc., because you can use tape for a fire starter. One guy with great recommendation, the trick birthday candles that are hard to blow out. So I've put those on the Amazon store. I've ordered some of those, so that's like a direct thank you for that. A dry bags for stuff like the radio and stuff like that. That's a good idea, but you can also use Ziplocs. And one of the guys said, "Hey, you should put that bug spray in a Ziploc so it doesn't get all over your stuff." Yeah, absolutely. Several people recommended a book, and so And one guy said a survival book, so you can learn something from it maybe if you're sitting there bored, or you could use it for tinder to start a fire. So I ordered 12 of the bushcraft survival guide books, and so I think I put those on the list, but we've got those coming. So I don't even know if the little kids can some of the little kids can't even read yet, but there's pictures and stuff in it, so that's good. Watch cap, I started to like cold weather gear, like jackets. I mean, there's so many people and sizes and stuff like that I didn't even really go into that. But a watch cap, several people said that, and I got to thinking about it. It's kind of universal, fits kind of everybody's head. So I got the bright orange fleece watch caps. And again, we're not ninjas. If my grandkids are lost in the woods, I want them to be easy to be seen, and so they're all getting an orange watch cap. So thank you for that. Several people recommended candy for the kids and for sugar, for energy and stuff like that. I've got one kid that's a diabetic, and actually, believe it or not, sugar is good to have around for diabetics. And I'm trying to think of a candy that like will store for long term. You know what I'm saying, like that won't melt and stuff like that. So Jolly Ranchers are melty and all that stuff. So I'm thinking about some of the like spearmint or peppermint. I don't like peppermint, but Lifesavers, like the white ones that come individually wrapped that are dry, maybe something like that. If you have a good idea on candy, let me know. Don't need a bunch of it, just a little bit. That was all good ideas. Some of the ideas I didn't care for. Guys are saying, talking about fishing equipment and stuff like that. No. and everybody's worried about what to call this bag. I just call them fucking Bugout bags. You can call it whatever you want. Get a get home bag, a to B bag, or whatever. Who cares? I don't care. I'm calling it an emergency bag. I don't know. But what the name of it isn't relevant. It's like, so if something happens and I want my family to be able to help themselves in an emergency. And a couple of people said, well, I don't need a Bugout bag because I can't leave. I'm caring for a person or whatever, and I can't leave. You need a Bugout bag the worst because you think there's no way you can leave. So if you ever had to leave, you would be the most flat-footed person there was because you had nothing. So I'm telling you, you guys that think you don't need a Bugout bag, at least carry some kind of fire starter on your person. At least carry some kind of fire starter on your person. I carry one. I say every day. I've made this mistake before. One time when I was driving a different car, carry the Accu-Tac fire starter on my keychain. Like I got lighters in my truck and all, everywhere. But if I could tell you one survival item that you have to have is fire. So fire should be super important. People talking about cook sets. I don't have any food, and people talking about fishing and rabbits and squirrels. No, it's not. We're not going out into the woods to live forever. That's not what we're doing. And then people, even though I said axe, people kept talking about fucking axes and saws. And one guy said a rope saw. I'm like, maybe you don't understand what's going on here. This is a bag I'm giving to 12 members of my family. Like there's not going to be any axes. Like there's no, I don't like, listen, this is if you try to build a bag that's ready for everything, you will have a bag that's ready for nothing. So I just generically emergency, hurricane, tornado, earthquake, like displaced from our home for somehow or some reason, and we have to be as good as we can be for a couple of 3 days. Okay, just something. Okay, like if we have time, we can figure something out. Okay. And all you guys talking about Bugout bags and axes and shit, I got a fucking Bugout trailer that's fucking to the hilt with shit. To the fucking hilt. Some other things that were mentioned that are not bad, but I just don't know where I'm at with them, and I'll talk about those. Map and compass. I don't know why I would need a map and compass. I know everybody says map and compass all the time, but I don't know why I need a map and compass. Like like I'm here in my area. I carry maps in my truck when I go and stuff like that, but like I don't get it. And there's 12 of us. How many of us can actually read a map and compass? We got one military guy, me, but like, what are we going to do with that? Like, we would just walk along the roads or railroad tracks or whatever the case may be. And other than that, I've done the world's greatest map study. I know I can navigate this area by water, by air, by land. So I'm not going to do a map and compass. If I did anything, it would be GPSs, and I would teach the kids how to use, because I can teach somebody how to use it. And what if the GPS doesn't work? Oh my God. Radios. I don't have a problem with radios, and I might put radios in, but in general, we'll be as a group together. I mean, there might be a time when, I send one of the grandkids I don't like so much up ahead to be a scout or a lookout. I'm just kidding. But I mean, there could be a need for a radio, but I don't really see it. Water tabs, already talked about. They expire and they're good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it's worth the trouble. And a lot of people were talking about socks, underwear, and shoes. I get that. I'm not against that, but no. Pencil, pen, and paper, there's no problem with that at all. I would do a pencil, but and then some folks said ID and money. The little ones don't even have IDs, and then money is fine. I don't mind putting money in them, but like some of you guys are like talking about building a bug out bag for you. The name of this is Family Bug Out. Like, this is like for a group of people, relatively unskilled people. I'm trying to keep the tools simple and everything, and so yeah, that's what's up. But I think I got everything on that list. So I do appreciate you guys, the list down below. Hopefully you got some ideas from it, even if you didn't buy anything through my Amazon store, which is fine. I hope you got some ideas from it. I hope this helps you guys kind of tighten up your own kits and think about getting kits for other folks. Now, one thing I'll throw on you is there are a lot of people that have like a family bug out bag, like a tub or something like that, the plastic tubs, which are great. I recommend a duffel bag. Those tubs are square or whatever, and they kind of, a duffel bag you can kind of mash in and move stuff around and get it into a space. Those tubs, no matter how you pack them, they tend to waste space. So I would recommend some kind of duffel bag. And duffel bags, you can get them good heavy duty duffel bags. You can drag and pull and, all that stuff. That's what I would recommend over those tubs. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. I always look forward to your input. Thank you guys that offered some information that smacked me in the face, and some that didn't. Some good ideas on there. That's why I ask you guys for help, because I don't know everything. This is James Yeager with Tactical Response, reminding you that your responsibility to be ready for the fight never ends.